I had a question come over the internet waves about how to approach that page in the Preston Blair animation book with the blocks showing you how to draw characters. And it's actually a page about movement, follow through movement. So here's the Steve edition of the Preston Blair book. My friend Steve gave me this years ago. And so on this page here, Preston did these drawings and they use blocks for the character. And there's a few books of drawing that show you this type of breakdown for a character's body. And this page is how to simplify the masses of the body to show twists and turns and the perspective and everything else in the masses. And one of the things they don't tell you is how to get to this. And what I wanted to show you was how to interpret this type of thing. And how you interpret it is like this. Let's say you're animating something or you're even thumbnailing something, and you want your character to start here, and he's kind of looking down, and you draw your line of action and a mass here, and he's standing over something, let's say. And you can do corrections and say, oh, he's going to tilt his head back a little bit and look up. But I'm starting with lines, right? And you get your lines of action down and your body masses down. And then you can go over it and turn it into actual masses like this. So I would never do an animation that started out with blocks like this. I would start with lines, and then you move into putting masses on there. So you might start with doing your stuff in blue, and you get all your lines showing which way things are going. Let's say this guy is pointing or something. You figure out your balance. Perspective of where his feet are. And so you start with something like this, and then you go over it, and then you can put in some of your solidity with the body mass. And Preston's got a block here, and then this little piece here, and then a block for the pelvis. And then figure out where to put the legs. You might put balls there for the knees, cylinders for the lower leg. Simplify the feet like that. And then figure out where the arms go. And you're making corrections for the anatomy as you do this. Figure out where the other arm is going. can draw through the block where the arm connects. But you use the lines as your starting spot, your guideline. Like that. And that's how let's say the person is talking to someone, so they're looking up like that, and he's a little bit peeved about something or other. Maybe he's tired of explaining something to somebody. So that's how you use that page for in Preston's book. That page is to show you how to go about putting in the masses and then building on top. And I think you should start with lines and then build your masses on top of those lines. And they kind of leave that out in a lot of drawing books. So you start with your line work that has the motions, lines of action that you're going to do, and then you solidify, you add volume. Then after you do that, then you can start putting clothes on, because now you've got your base. Usually if we were working on a show, all of this line work would be in some different colors as you're building your character up. And then your final would be a clean sheet of paper on top of all this to do your final cleanup drawing. But that's basically how you use that page of Preston Blair. You're using it to simplify your character, turn it into basic blocks, and there you go. So give it a try with your characters, and just keep practicing, keep drawing, and we'll see you next time.